Namaste, y'all. Namaste. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Namaste. I hope you're having a great day. It's been a beautiful day here. Namaste. Namaste. I am going to be lighting a candle today, which I just really love. And I also got myself a little stool. I don't know if you've ever seen these stools, but I think I got it for eight, $8.88 or $10 or $5. I don't know. It was cheap. Look at this. It totally collapses and then just opens up. And I use this outside all the time to set up in my bar stool that I use outside all the time. I use it for gardening, whatever. And it's just so handy and light. And, I'm 5'4.5" and I'm probably 5'4". I mean, I'm shrinking a little bit. And it's so great to put your feet up as you get older, as nobody will ever admit over the age of 45 or whatever. I remember that when I bought my first recliner, it's still over there. And I just felt so old because I thought the only person that had a recliner were old people. I don't know. I made that up in my head. All right. You ready? Let's do this. I'm going to be lighting a candle. This is a special candle today. And I just really want to celebrate, that I have a friend that's very different than me. And I was just chatting with this person. And, it doesn't matter what we look like on the outside, our skin suit. It really matters the soul inside of us and the divine mission that we're on. You know, if you're here for peace and love and joy and people realizing that we're all one in Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, and that we will heal the planet as we heal each other, as we stop fighting and letting our minds take over our hearts. That was a lot. You know, we are one light in Christ consciousness. We are one light in all that God creates, divine creator. Breathe in divine love. Oh, that feels good. And breathe out fear. Oh, someday I'm going to breathe out fear and there's not going to be any there to breathe out. All right, breathe in divine love. Hold it. And then breathe out time. Because y'all, time isn't real, okay? Like if you just buzzing by here and you're like, oh, what are you doing? You just got a candle. But the thing is if you stop on that road, you see the road behind me? That's like the road ahead of you. If you can stop and look at this candle, if you can stop and take a conscious breath, I promise you'll have a different kind of night, because you can take back your night from doom scrolling or doing whatever you do on the little devices here like this, and take back your night. Take back your time. Take back your presence. So, breathe in divine love. Hold it. And breathe out fear. And it is a Monday night. So, let's just let go of all the stuff we didn't get done today and celebrate all the stuff we did do today, because I did do a lot today. And tomorrow's always another day. To do the to-do list. Right. All right. So here we go. We have an angel with us tonight. She is the embodiment of these wings remind me of the Red Cross, and she reminds me to bless your healing heart. I always say it backwards. Bless your healing hands and caring heart. And she just reminds me to be kind to yourself. And she's beautiful. She's made of wood. I don't know if she's carved. So be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Allow spirit to nurture you and be with you. She can sit there. You're not in the way. You're so pretty. Okay. Love angels. So I already pulled a card for the collective, and it's a really good card. It's a really great card for today. Today is the 18th of August. I am here in Sedona Valley, which is Verde Valley, in Cottonwood, about 15 miles from West Sedona. I'm on sacred Indian land, which ironically used to be part of the city dump in the 1950s. So you can imagine my gardening turns up interesting things. So I actually just turned up a green dinosaur. I think is a Tyrannosaurus. No, it's a one of the little short ones with the like the helmet thing with the cute ones. I think they're herbivores. I can't. Yeah, a little plastic one was in the bamboo forest when I was watering. Got unearthed. All right, here you go. The card today is magnetize. This is the Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights fairy. Magnetize, guide, rise, attract. Law of attraction. And for some of you starting to move into fall, at least in this area, some are already in winter, moving into spring. All right. Oh, I'm going to hold this up. So we have to move. Sorry. She's going to be over here. All right. Vibing. I love some of the new phrases that young people use now. And yeah. And that makes me sound old, I know. Magnetize, which is guide, rise, attract. Here we go. Now, I'm going to leave this gorgeous Aurora Borealis fairy with you. The Aurora Borealis, otherwise known as the Northern Lights, is the radiance of Earth's magnetic field interacting with the particles charged by the sun. It is visible over Earth's magnetic pole during the winter months. The Northern Lights fairy is the alchemist of the magical realms. He invites you to intentionally merge with the magical green light of the divine to attract one's heart's desires. The winter is a season of inner exploration, soul rituals, and spiritual revival. The Northern Lights fairy, boy, that's hard to say, encourages you to define your why. The power of attraction manifests when you get clarity around your dreams, personal values, and higher calling. Ritual practices invoke divine knowing and a reassurance, connectedness to soul unity. The luminosity of the Northern Lights brightens and aligns the soul to source energy and the divine creator. I'm going to say that again because that's such a great sentence and I kind of butchered it. The luminosity of the Northern Lights brightens and aligns the soul to source energy and the divine creator. Tuning in to the matrix of your soul's potential is like entering a portal of infinite possibilities. Actually, it says infinite possibility, but wouldn't it be better if it's infinite possibilities? I don't know. Maybe it's a technical. Don't get into the grammar, please. Focus on your heart's desires. Your divine imprint is love. Delight in this truth to ignite your magnetic power. Awaken your creative potential with the Northern Lights fairy as he casts his magical green heart light ahead for you. Engage your thoughts, feelings, and words to drive your actions. Generate your momentum, create traction, and harness the power of attraction. Law of attraction. Here's your affirmation. I attract magic. There it is. I attract magic. And the one thing about my house is the air conditioner is extremely loud. But it just turned on, so I think we're okay. Isn't that a beautiful card? So, magnetize, guide, rise, attract. Law of attraction, right? Really create, right? Aligns your soul to source energy and the divine creator. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? All right. So enough about that. Let's do some light language. I found myself today in Facebook, kind of getting, I don't know, I guess I got a little performance jitters or whatever, and I wasn't able. It took me a little while to get to whatever um, light language was coming in, and it worried me a little bit. And you know what? That's what stops it, is you getting into your mind, right? It's just it's an act of faith. Divine channeling is an act of faith. You step out of the way, and your angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors will come through and give a message of hope and love. Why? Because so many of us do not live in our divine heart, into the unity consciousness, which means if I do something mean to you, it hurts me. Now, I will say this about kids, and I'm having a bad hair day, so sorry. I do that when I have a bad hair day, and I wish you couldn't see myself, but yeah. So if you're in kindergarten and a little kid walks over to a kid and he hits him, he creates a stir. But if he goes over to that kid and instead of hitting him, decides to make friends with them, then he's going to get accolades from the teacher and the group. And he's going to realize, hey, it's a lot easier to make friends than to start a fight. And maybe I don't need to be all king of the hill with this kid. And it could be a little girl, a little boy, it doesn't matter. But we learn basically that we're all connected. And if I go over and I just hit somebody for no reason, if I'm a child and I'm in a room with 33 kids, if you haven't learned it by kinder, you haven't learned it by fifth grade, that you can't do that because you're hurting yourself. And hasn't you ever seen a little child when it hit another child and the other child cries? And then that child that hit him sit down and cries, and probably why I've never been in a fight. I've been hit before. But I haven't been in a fight. I just, it's hard for me, even if I'm mad at somebody, to just want to physically hurt them. Yeah. Anyway, I think everybody has their thing. So remember to magnetize, right? And let's do some light language. I wish that thing was not so loud. Let it go, let it go. That's one thing about meditation. It's the barking dog. It's the loud air conditioning. Actually brings you into meditation. Go figure. Breathe in divine love and breathe out fear. Rest in the arms of the dragon. Rest in the arms of the creator. Rest in the arms of Mother Gaia. What a beautiful day it's been. August 18th, 2020. Shiotia, Shiotoa, Shianotoa, Shionotokoa, Shianoto, Miatokoa, Shianoto, no Atishi, Shianoto. Sometimes I keep my eyes closed as it comes to. I can open my eyes, but sometimes I don't. Shiotokoi, Shianoto, Yatua. Shiautu kui shia noa. Shiautu kui shia notoa. Shiautu e shia. No chia. Shio no. Shio. Shio. Shio no tokuya. Shio no tokuya. Shio no tokuya. They're saying your truth is going to come from your heart. It doesn't come from your mind. It doesn't come from screens. It doesn't come from other people. Your truth lies here. Shio. If there's two and more gathered in my name, and as media counts as one of beingness, we use this as a portal. So that means that my spirit guides are me, and this channel, I got just the biggest chills. is bringing in divine love and blessings and healing to all of you if you hear this. And if you hear this, I am available for private sessions, and I'm also available to help you be activated in light language if you love to speak that or touch past loved ones. It doesn't matter. Anything, right? Oh, a lot of energy. Let's do this. Wow. Shia no toa. Shia. Neokua tia shinotoa. Neokua kiti sheonato. Mia toko e shiano koku hushianato. Ma tia chato. Mia shiatoa. Mia toko mia shato. No, tia wanato e shanata. No, we don't need to know everything. Knowing is the booby prize for spiritual enlightenment. So enlightenment is becoming one with the spirit of everything. You know, Buddha said that every blade will, blade of, I can't say that. Every blade of grass will enlighten, which means we all have a divine path. We're all leading home. We're all going the same place. We're all going home. We're all facing the same. And I don't believe in hell. I've been on the other side too many times. Taoisha. Nea kuishia no kuisha. Nea kuishia. They're giving you a blessing. No ishia no kuishia no tuasha. Nea washia ne chua. This is the ancient Hopi. She utia tosha. Uatisha. Bless your sacred heart. Shia unatia. Ask your ancestors for advice. The thing you didn't like about that ancestor, I assure you, is more mellow in heaven. I love my Aunt Irma very much, and I speak to her often. We are one in love. We are one in spirit. Wow. Wow. Okay, that was. I'm having it so hot on me. That was powerful, y'all. Yeah, that was powerful. Here a little. Let's get a little. Let's get a little energy here. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's what it's like right now in my heart chakra. Look at that, huh? That's it, guys, right there. My goodness. Mm. When you accept your own divinity, I promise you, you will never be misguided. You will never choose the wrong thing. You know, Eckhart Tolle said something one time years ago before I went to any of his retreats, and he said something that sounded delicious to me. And he said to say and do the appropriate thing, the right thing in all situations, to be that. I still think it's like the most incredible thing to be appropriate, to be able to, if you walk into a funeral, to downsize your beingness so that you can join the energy of the room, which is also sacred. Silence is sacred. All right, let's get out of here. My goodness, now I'm hungry. Sachin Hopi, and I believe maybe Faye. I'm not sure. I'll have to see it again. Very powerful day. Namaste, y'all. Namaste. I'll be back tomorrow